Welcome back, everyone, to another Second Stimulus Package and Second Stimulus Check update. Today is Tuesday, December 8th, and we have some brand new developments in this video. Breaking news, nothing we've learned ever before. This is brand new news that we have not seen before, and it is a new trade-off idea from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. And we also have a new idea, a new proposal from the White House, from the Trump administration. So we're going to be diving in and covering it all in today's video. And speaking of trade-offs, I've been providing so much content for you guys. I never miss a beat. I always upload videos every single solitary day with no exceptions, no excuses. So in just a small bargain, a small trade-off, all I ask for you is just go ahead and smash the like button. I would appreciate that. Just give the video a big thumbs up, smash the like button. Just to help with that YouTube algorithm so more people will see the video, get more eyeballs on the video, and everyone will be privy to what's going on and in the know. So it's mutually beneficial when you do that. And I do so appreciate, I have to mention it in every update. I know you're getting tired of me saying it, but I have to appreciate everyone that keeps continuing hopping on board. We get new subscribers now on the daily, every single hour, every single minute that is. And I have to appreciate everyone that's been coming on board and watching my content. I don't take it for granted. If you're brand new here, you're a fresh face, or if I'm a fresh face to you, do consider hitting that big red button, the subscribe button, if you haven't already. Also hit the notification bell as well. That will just notify you every single time I do make a new video, because the news is so quickly changing. It is so much cycling every single 24 hours. Look how in just this video we have brand new news that we have never covered before. So if you don't want to miss a beat and you want to keep up to date with what's going on, do consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Let's get that housekeeping out of the way and let's start this update. So we have this new idea, this new notion from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell that he could just pass off some of the aspects of stimulus into next year, and we could just wait till next year to do it. And in exchange, we'll get something passed right now. So what is his thinking? What does he have in his head? Well, as we have become familiar with in just the last few weeks alone, we have learned that the two biggest, most partisan factors of the next stimulus bill, the two most areas where you're going to see so much tension and so much debate and so much politics, is going to be when it comes to liability protections for businesses and state and local government funding. We know those are the two areas which are really stopping any stimulus from being passed by Congress right now, and it's still in negotiation. Republicans have been fervently demanding. They say, look, America is very litigious, a lot of lawsuits impending. We need businesses to be protected from any coronavirus-related lawsuits. We have to have liability protection. That's the Republican argument. Democrats are against that, or at least to an extent. And then Democrats, an area where they're very passionate about and will not give up and are extremely persistent, is the fact that they want state and local government funding. They need funding to localities and the states. We have to fund these areas, especially because we have COVID cases spiraling out of control. The virus is not dissipating by any means. We have to fund the local governments and the state governments. So, brilliant idea from Mitch McConnell. Very simple. Okay. Republicans and myself, meaning Mitch McConnell, will give up the liability protections. We'll get rid of that. We don't need it. But in exchange, let's also push aside the state and local government funding. Let's just save both of them for after the first of the year, in McConnell's words, when the Biden administration finally does take power. Let's just forget about that for now and push it aside. In exchange, we'll back off our demands for liability protections. Sound fair enough? So the Kentucky Republican is now urging Congress to pass a bill that does not contain legal immunity nor state and local government funding. These are two major roadblocks that are in the way, these obstacles that are obstructing Congress to strike a deal. In his words today, he said, quote, he told reporters, "What I recommend is we set aside liability and set aside state and local and pass those things that we can agree on, knowing full well we'll be back at this after the first of the year." So he doesn't want to worry about it right now. Let's just get stimulus to Americans. Let's get all the other areas that we agree on and just worry about this later. Well, it sounds like a fair deal, and you're also going to be saving billions and billions of dollars for right now in the short term, in the interim. So did Democrats take it up? Well, the fact is Democratic leaders who oppose liability shields quickly rejected this idea. In fact, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he had rejected this idea swiftly, saying that a lack of state and local relief puts teacher and first responder jobs, quote, in jeopardy in cash crunch areas of the country. And he contended his GOP counterpart is, quote, sabotaging a bipartisan group negotiating the $908 billion aid proposal, because now McConnell is basically putting up these jobs and this funding up for ransom. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's been instrumental in negotiations, also was quick to dismiss this notion. She had said in a statement, quote, the bipartisan negotiations involving senators and members of the House have made good progress and must be allowed to proceed without Leader McConnell's obstruction. Now, McConnell did not specifically say where he stands on direct payments or stimulus checks to Americans, but in his proposal to abandon both contentious issues, he was trying to persuade the other party. He had specifically mentioned a handful of areas where Republicans and Democrats have found consensus, such as the PPP or Paycheck Protection Program, small business loans, money for COVID-19 vaccine distribution, and aid for healthcare providers, among, quote, a variety of other things that are not controversial. He was trying to influence the other party to come on his side, but they didn't take him up on it. What are your thoughts on an idea like that? Do you think we should put aside the contentious issues and start focusing on areas of agreement and areas where we share the same sentiment? Or do we need that state and local government funding and we need that liability protection in there? It's going to help businesses, it's going to save local governments and further be able to distribute the vaccine. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. We'll keep the conversation going. So that was Mitch McConnell's attitude towards stimulus that evidently immediately failed. But what's this brand new proposal coming out of the White House, the Trump administration? What's incorporated in this proposal? It's actually very similar in price tag. There's actually a trade-off in this package as well. And it's unfortunate because you can't really have one with the other, or one without the other rather. It's really not mutually exclusive. You have to have both in there, at least in my opinion. We'll learn your thoughts. You'll let us know down below in the comments. I'm not a fan of this proposal, but it could be something that could make some movements, but I don't think Democrats are going to be on board with this either. So today, Tuesday, we learned that the Trump administration dove right back into Capitol Hill to propose a new package. In fact, Treasury Secretary himself, Steve Mnuchin, put forth this idea to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and this package would be a $916 billion package, and this one would include a $600 direct payment to most Americans, but it would not call for unemployment benefits. In fact, it would eliminate the $300 per week employment benefit favored by a bipartisan group of Senate negotiators. So you would not see those unemployment benefits in there, but for that, we can have a $600 payment to Americans, most eligible Americans. Now, right off the bat, that's half the amount. That is not a full $1,200 stimulus check. That is half the amount. So it would be $600 to individuals, $1,200 to couples. Do you think $600 is enough for a stimulus check, or do we need that full $1,200 and then some? What are your thoughts? Let's keep that conversation going down below in the comments. I do not think $600 is nearly enough. It will not cover most people's rents or mortgages, and I think we do need that full $1,200 along with the unemployment benefits. I think it would be insane to just send out $600 and not even unemployment benefits. I think if you're going to have the $600, you might as well do the $300 at least in unemployment benefits. It just has to make it fair. So do Democrats get on board with this idea? Nope. We saw Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer responded to Mnuchin's entreaty with a statement that said that they would prefer to let the bipartisan group take the lead as opposed to the White House starting these negotiations again. I do believe that that was the right way to go. We saw the White House continue to negotiate with Democrats and Republicans alike for months on end, and we got nowhere. We got nowhere with that. So I do think that this bipartisan group should in fact take the lead in Pelosi and Schumer's words. As I explicitly stated in my last few updates, this bipartisan proposal, the $908 billion package, I do believe this is the way to go. It does not include stimulus, no, but it is something that will be able to keep the economy buoyed for just until the end of the year, and then we can rekindle those negotiations after the new year. I think that proposal is the right thing to do right now, being that Christmas is just a couple weeks away and Congress is going to be adjourned until the new year. I think you could do without the liability protection so long as you have funding towards the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program. that will surely help small businesses, keep them afloat until the end of the new year. You can do without the liability protection for now. But that was the latest and greatest news for you in this update, the most recent developments to come out of Capitol Hill today. I do hope that negotiations and discussions will continue. It does seem that they will, as the holidays are approaching. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, as always, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video.